Assalamu alaikum. I am Ariba Jalal. My roll number is BP165003A. My main topic is use of corticosteroids and subtopic is polymyositis and dermatomyositis. My group number is 47. Before going to case study, first we have to discuss what is polymyositis. Polymyositis is a type of muscle disease called an inflammatory myopathy. It inflames your muscles and their related tissue like the blood vessels that supply them. It can cause muscle weakness and muscular pain, often on both sides of your body. There is no cure in chronic condition, but there are treatments that can help with symptoms. Then we have to discuss dermatomyositis. DM is a long-term inflammatory disorder. Actually, the polymyositis associated with skin rash, then we have to call this dermatomyositis. Its symptoms are generally a skin rash and worsening muscle weakness over time. They may occur suddenly or develop over months. Other symptoms may include weight loss, fever, lung inflammation. Complication may include calcium deposits in muscles or skin. Treatment here we have therapy of polymyositis and dermatomyositis, in which we initial treatment of choice glucocorticosteroids like oral prednisolone, other immunosuppressant drug like azathioprine, methotrexate. Then we have going towards immunomodulation. Immunomodulation is the modulation of the immune system and normalize the immune system with the help of immunomodulators. Then we have to discuss corticosteroids and its uses. Corticosteroids, actually known as steroids, and are anti-inflammatory medicines. These are man-made version of hormone normally produced by adrenal gland. They are used to treat conditions. They are used to treat various conditions like we have asthma, allergic rhinitis, hay fever, urticaria, atopic eczema, COPD, chronic obstructive pulmonary disease, painful and inflamed joint, inflammatory bowel disease, multiple sclerosis, idiopathic inflammatory myopathy. Specific corticosteroids include cortisone, prednisone, or methyl prednisolone. Then we have to discuss case study, which are main topic. A 30 years old female admitted with the following complaints has muscle pain for last 2 months, general body weakness from 1 month, from last 1 month, difficulty in swelling from last 10 days. Muscle X, which is gradual in onset from lower limb, then upper limb, and then the whole body, which is aggravated. Which is aggravated and move towards limb and pressing the muscles, it become progressive. Weakness is gradual in onset, unable to rise up from sitting position, climbing stairs, then unable to move lower limbs. Difficulty in combing hairs and moving the upper limb, did not have any difficulty in breathing or neck movement. And there is no history of any morning stiffness and medication. Laboratory diagnosis, in which we have blood pressure, which is 110 by 70 mmHg, pulse is 82 per minute, temperature is 98 degree Fahrenheit, muscle enzyme are elevated, especially the creatine kinase elevated up to 5 to 50 times. Antibodies are present, in which we have anti-ANA, anti-JO1, which are absent. Chest X-ray is normal, ECG is normal. EMG showed increased insertional activity, sharp waves, especially in proximal muscle. Muscle biopsy show endomysial inflammatory infiltrate. Then we have to discuss our soap notes. Subjective, we have chief complaint. Chief complaint here is proximal muscle weakness followed by muscular pain. History of patient having age 30, gender is female, muscle pain from last 2 months. And location of the pain, muscle X gradual in onset from lower limb, then upper limb, and then the whole body. General body weakness from last 1 month, onset of weakness, gradual in onset. Unable to rise up from sitting position, climbing stairs. Difficulty in swelling from last 10 days. There is no breathing and or neck movement difficulty. no history of any morning stiffness, and also there is no history of any medication. Then we have to discuss our objective, in which duration of symptoms is last 2 months. Blood pressure is 110 by 70 mmHg, which is lower. Pulse is 82 per minute. Temperature is 98 degree Fahrenheit. Muscle enzyme, in which creatine kinase elevated up to 5 to 50 times. ESR, which is erythrocyte sedimentation rate, which are also elevated. CRP is 50%. Autoantibodies, anti-ANA and anti-JO is absent. Then we have chest X-ray, which are normal, and ECG is also normal. Assessment, in which we have there is a muscle weakness and muscular pain. ESR was elevated, means there is an inflammation. Autoantibodies, in which we have anti-ANA and anti-JO1 is absent. Muscle enzyme are elevated, especially the creatine kinase elevated up to 5 to 50 times. When we have electromyography, which is actually to assess the health of muscle, which showed increase in insertional activity with fibrillation and positive sharp waves, especially in proximal muscle. Then we have go towards muscle biopsy. Muscle biopsy show endomysial inflammatory infiltrate, means there is a presence of inflammatory cells in the connective tissue that surrounds the individual muscle. These all impression of this study is in the favor of inflammatory myopathy, that is polymyositis. Then we have to suggest the plan. First, the patient start with physiotherapy. Then initial treatment of prednisolone, dose 55 milligram per day for 2 to 4 weeks, and then taper off. Duration of this treatment is 3 to 6 months. If there is no objective benefits after 3 months of high dose therapy, then switch towards next immunosuppressant, which is azathioprine. Azathioprine dose is 2 milligram per kg per day for 3 months. But before going to start azathioprine, patient thioprine methyl transferase level should be checked. Note, in which we have within 2 to 4 weeks of starting azathioprine, a complete blood cell count, liver enzyme function test, and creatinine measurement should also obtain once a month for consecutive 3 months. Once the dose is stable, once the stable dose is achieved, laboratory follow-up for 2 to 3 months. Then DEXA scan is obtained at baseline every year while patient receive steroids. These all about our case study. Thank you.